Okay, so this is the ultimate tower defense strategy. So this is about the strategy in tower defense 1 called perma-stun. So let's go to the most common setup here. This is gonna be using these 4 blocks. So we can see that we have ice dragons that are around the main first pathway. We can see jesters are scattered around. We can see agents that are near the edge, and then crazy unicorns in all the places that basically the agents aren't. So agents are near the right edge, and then the most crazy unicorns are mostly in the middle, a bit on the top, and then a bit on the bottom there. This is about the jesters. So jesters upgrade that you're gonna look for if you look here. This is the mini jester. Its placement, you're gonna put it basically everywhere because you want it to buff everything, because its functionality is basically what it's doing is it's buffing them. So the reason you're doing mini jester, also you're doing the reason you're doing mini jester is because this helps with speed. So you're gonna want it to do speed. You're focusing on speed, and you're having the time that it takes to load. So basically what this is doing is it's helping with a strategy called perma-stun, which I'll get later, and it's also really useful for just increasing fire rates for unicorns and owls and stuff like that. The reason you don't put, so I've seen some people try to put the Mad Hatter, I think that's his name, with the unicorns and owls and stuff. The reason that you probably shouldn't do that is because the unicorns, they already have like enough damage. Like, you're basically increasing the damage for no reason when you could be increasing this fire rate by a lot, even more, which would be a lot more useful. This is the dragon. The upgrade that you're gonna want is the wind dragon. The placement is going to be the first quarter of the pathway, so we can see just the first quarter where things are entering is where you're doing it. And the reason is because it helps with it's the one that stuns in the perma-stun strategy. So what is perma-stun? So basically that is using the wind dragon and the mini jester. Basically the wind dragon is stunning the enemies, right? It's pushing them backwards. And while that is happening, the reason that the wind dragon, if you read the thing, it says it's gonna make the time that it takes to fire rate, it's gonna make the fire rate a lot longer. But the mini jester, if you upgrade wind dragon with max fire rate and use the mini jester with upgrading the fire rate, then what you're gonna get is you're going to get a wind dragon that just is constantly stunning, because now the fire rate is low enough to where it can just constantly stun. So that's called perma-stun, because basically the enemies are like stuck here. They're stuck in this part. They're stuck around here. And while that is all happening, you have a bunch of unicorns and owls just shooting at it. And the reason that the mini jester is important for these is because this strategy technically won't work forever. This is not, it's the perma-stun name is misleading because it's technically not gonna permanently stun them. Really what it's doing is elongating the stun, because with some bosses they might escape you, and then you're gonna have all these guys. So you need them to shoot them before the perma-stun stops. So this is the agent owl, so you're gonna place this in the edges of the map. So if we go back here, you can see that's in the edges of the map near the corners. It's not really in the middle like how the unicorn is. It basically is just a high range shot that covers like almost the entire map, and it can take out enemies while they're perma-stunned. Now that's pretty similar to the unicorn. If I go to the unicorn here, it's, the pathway, it's the middle pathways here, and a bit in the corner, a bit in the top. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's a long range shot with a large explosion radius. That's why I use it. The reason that you have both of them is because this is high damage, this is good explosion radius, And this has less range, so it's closer, and this has more range, so it's farther. That's just an explanation for the positioning of them. And yeah, that is basically a quick guide to Tower Defense 1 as far as the perma-stunning strategy goes.